I'm Toya T.
I'm Pup Luv The Artist.
And I'm Big Keys the Voice.
And we're on location at Junk Ditch Brewery on Main Street. And we are whining about love.
Oh, yeah.
I got a question for you. Can someone really grow on you? I mean, you can get people to grow on you in negative ways, but I mean, can someone really grow on you and it turn into a pure romance, love, real deal, everything's good, like growing you in a good way?
I mean, for me, I guess I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? So there's not too much time or room to grow. Like, I pretty much need to know at this point. In my 20s, maybe that could have been a possibility. But, like, now, I'm getting into that second phase of life. So I don't want to really take the time for someone to, like, is your soulmate ugly? Like, can your soulmate be ugly?
What if it's all about the soul? I guess so. I ain't never seen an ugly soul.
But the person attached to the soul.
I know some ugly souls.
Right. Like, so are you willing to take the time, I guess, for somebody to grow on you?
Mine would have to be a rapid grow, like how roaches grow. Like when one roach, you end up with 10 roaches. Next thing you got a house full of roaches. It's got to be like a rapid fertilize, the manure grow. It's got to be something along those lines. I'm not trying to take that whole process and water the seed and then one leaf pops out. No, I need insta grow. I'm talking about wake up in the morning.
You need a chia pet.
Yeah, chia
you
pet.
You need a chia pet relationship.
That's what I'm talking about.
I just don't know.
Chia.
People kill chia pets too. Let's not get it twisted. It's a plant.
But it's a real thing though. If it do grow on you, you know how some people say they got that television love. They gotta see it, feel it. It's that. What is it?
The instant gratification.
That
type?
instant, like I know who this person is. But so if someone do have a grow on you type relationship, is that real? Could it be real? Do you think it could be a real thing?
I think you would have to, if you're willing to give it the opportunity to do that. But a lot of, I'm not going to say, I'll speak for my demographic. We are either ready or we're not. So it's either one way or the other. So you're not really just going, like somebody shoots you a DM or shoot you a text, even if they get that far. How do you even let that opportunity come to pass when you're not really feeling them?
And sometimes other things grow on you too, like, man, them breasts really growing on me. Like, that booty is really, really growing on me, which kind of makes you overlook a couple other things because the breast and the booty done grew. So you're like, well, the attitude can't be that bad. I mean, So you're willing to sacrifice, like, if the physical, that can grow on you? Sometimes they grow a lot faster than the mental part. I'm just saying,
at this age, at this stage of the game, are you really looking to have something that you want? Do you want an instant connection? Like, I look at you, you look at me, we see each other, we phone each other, or you see this person, they like, hey, how you doing? You like,
I'm praying for an instant connection. I'm praying for I see it of see you from across the room and the da 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 da. The music started playing slow and then we fall madly in love and get married in 6 months.
But is that kind of that whole fantasy thing?
Definitely a fantasy.
Some people are under the illusion that it's supposed to happen like a television show.
Yeah.
That part of the because I've heard some women say that he grew on me, and it actually turned into a real thing.
I'm gonna tell you, that '90s R&B kind of love, that's what's got us a little messed up. Like, we had some great songs and everything like that, but you have
like
people.
What? Give me one.
Jodeci.
Well, sing it. Hit it. Bop.
Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging, begging, baby.
Hey!
Baby, I'm begging, baby, I'm begging. begging, baby. Now, if somebody wants you like that, you know, that's what you want. That's what you need. But that's not how it goes. People trying to slide in your DMs. They trying to slide and, you know, shoot you just these little innuendos, opposed to just being wooed or courted.
They got Instagram. Why not Insta Love?
We should make it an app.
Yeah, you should make an Insta Love. Like, hey, let's cut to the
Well,
chase.
maybe we could call it Wanna app. I don't know. We can figure it.
A lot of divorces.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying,
A lot
like,
of babies too.
we want the effort, and you want a little bit of romance.
And just as a side note, fellas, if a girl ever tells you that you grew on her, that means you were stalking the hell out of her, and she feared for her life. So she feel like she might as well go ahead and give you a chance before you kill her.
What?
What is your
What
perspective?
kind of OJ kind of?
I'm just saying, we're talking about he grew on me. Yeah, that guy, he calling every day. How you doing? Good morning. Good night. You know what I'm saying? Have a blessed Christmas. You know, he's sending all the messages.
A blessed, not blessed.
I'm just telling you.
A blessed.
Fellas, if a woman say you grew on her, that means you was a stalker at the beginning.
Don't listen to Keith.
I don't want no
listen to
wear
Keith.
down kind of love.
Don't listen to him a little
Don't
bit.
break me down kind of love. Like just
Break it down? What you mean?
Yeah, like somebody just you like. Might as well go out with Tyrone. Ain't nobody else calling me. He been calling me for 3 months. You know what I'm saying? Like don't wear me down.
See, fellas, I told you.
Don't wear me down.
She say you grew
But
on her.
how
That's
he
what
know?
she mean.
How he know he wearing you down? You know, like if
He
you-
will not know. He won't know. That's the thing. And it gets
So
really
okay. Is it really wearing down or getting through to you? Is
Wearing
he
down.
Okay, you know a lot of women they say have a wall up.
Mm-hmm.
Is he removing bricks by being consistent?
Depending on who you are, depending on what kind of wall it is. Sometimes it's a paper wall, sometimes it's a steel wall.
He
one of
knocking
these.
both of them down.
It's one of these.
If he keep knocking that means he doom, 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 doom. Look at this steel right here. He's just knocking on that steel forever till
sounded
she
like
finally.
wood.
Yeah, well, that's called really secure steel right there. To where it finally get in there and
Make
she
it up.
finally like, well, come on in.
Yeah.
I knew you'd answer.
I don't want to be broken down, and
So
you
what do
know,
you want then?
well, you want to be someone's choice every day. For me, that's simple enough. I want you to choose me, and I choose you. For it to
Oh,
be a
two-way
mutual,
choice.
a mutual choice. Like, I'm digging you. You feeling me?
Well, could it become a choice? Like, okay.
I just don't have the patience anymore.
I feel you, but I'm saying, say you see this guy, right? He has all the qualities or whatever. He might not be. You know how women got a list, a long ass scroll. Of,
And it's tattooed on
he
the
gotta
inner
be like
wrist.
this. He gotta be like that. He gotta be like this. He gotta say that. He gotta do this. So then this guy comes along that don't really fit your description, but after a while you start to see good qualities, and he start to open up to you. And you like, could he become your choice? Like, wow, this dude is a really good dude.
Like you had a thing against one-legged guys, and then you know he kind of grew. Well, his leg didn't grow back, but he still kind of grew on you.
It sounds like a Tyler Perry movie. Like,
One-legged person? What?
No,
One-legged
one-legged
character?
love.
that's one-legged love.
I love you more than that other leg. That leg that's missing. He can protect you with that leg and everything. Back up, and he pulled it off, and it's a rifle.
Listen, it's a.
I'm just saying. You gotta make the best out of life. If I lose a leg, man, my extra leg gonna be a weapon.
A rifle though?
Say something else. I'll hold that
You
leg.
gonna hold your nub up?
Yeah, hold the leg and hold it.
A rifle?
Oh, you know, stun gun, something, sword. Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, listen.
All right, I got another question.
All right,
another
Mike.
question. How do you know when you have outgrown someone? Like that moment that you like,
It's kind of like when you got your toenails grow too long and then you stub your foot on something like, oh, I should have been cut that toenail. Like you knew that you should have cut that toenail, and then you get mad at yourself when you stub your foot on something.
Because it's your own fault.
Because it's your own fault. You knew that toenail was getting long. You should have been cut it off. But no, what you do? Nope, you don't keep it long, and now you done hurt your foot.
I think you know when you've outgrown someone. You have to listen to yourself, and you feel it because there's not anything that is just quite right. You know what I mean? Like it's just always something that parlays into something else that is not quite right. And then when you have that kind of self-reflection and you start doing inventory.
Inventory.
That's a whole other subject.
Wait,
That was
hold
a
on,
quick
hold
one
on,
right there.
hold on.
That's
What's
when you start
inventory in
adding
a
up everything.
relationship?
They start adding up your worth.
Yeah,
No.
that's
We
it.
need to know this. What, Toya?
No, seriously.
You just ran up on a secret that we don't know nothing about.
Well,
What's
that's
women
what I'm
keeping
here
inventory?
for. Yes,
What's inventory?
I mean, I would figure that men do it as
Newsflash.
well. I figure men that do it. Y'all don't keep
we
inventory.
think-
I don't
Now
keep.
that I do.
Explain it.
I do.
Thank you. Okay,
No, explain
inventory
it.
means, okay, this is where we started, and this is where we are now. And where are we going? Now, if these checks and balances don't quite line up, is this person in line with what I want for my life? Are we doing this together? Because if you're not growing together, then what are you doing? Like if somebody is back here and it's 1996, which is not a bad year, but if it's 1996, but it is now 2017, and they have not made those adjustments together. Now, if y'all both want to be in 96,
Right.
great, good. But if there's anything that needs to move forward, you should be doing it together. That's inventory.
Okay, is there a timeline to when these things should happen, or is that something that you make?
I think it's something
Like,
that
how
the
do you
individual
know? How do you know
makes.
if these adjustments aren't being made? Is it according to your timeline? Like, I'm gonna give him till December to do this, and this. Like, how do you know it's not being made? Is it?
I think in all fairness, you should let the other person know. You know what I mean? Like, you should not saying, like, this deadline, this is
Right.
my check off list.
Got 2 weeks to
If
get it
you don't
together.
have this, we don't have this amount of money in the bank account. No, I'm not saying that. You are in it together.
You think people do that though? Set up deadlines that can mess up the whole relationship?
Absolutely.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
I think they do it. I think they
That's
do
all.
it, which is unfair to their partner. I think that's unfair. If your partner knows how you feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, that's one thing. But if they don't know, that's when the shystiness comes in. Because that means you've been plotting against me. I didn't even get an opportunity.
Right, because if I met you and you were smoking crack, and we've been together for a year, and you still smoking crack, like, something's up with that. Like, you should at least be down to weed and cigarettes by now. You still cracked out? Oh, yeah, something got to change.
Why are you dating the crackhead, first of all?
You try to give everybody a chance.
You trying to
crackheads
date
need love, too.
you went
Well,
from the
listen,
prom
I was saying
queen to
crack-
the prom
Did the
fiend.
crackhead grow on you?
Crackhead grew on me. She was really good around the house. She could fix cars. She could
fix cars?
Well, she could lift about 300 pounds. Me and her moved. It was just me and her just moved. She was always good at coming through. And every time I felt like we didn't have it, it always popped up somehow. One time I was like, man, I wish we had a big screen. Went to the bathroom, came back, big screen. Now, of course,
Now that's some
of the cords was
togetherness.
missing on that thing, but I mean, it was still a big screen.
I ain't never had no crackhead love, but that is impressive.
She fast. She was real fast, man. One time she took off, I couldn't catch her. You know what I'm saying? She was gone. That crackhead speed is a mud. All I'm saying is she should have been down to cigarettes by now, and she's still smoking crack. Some things got to change, Sheila, when we get home.
Well, listen, Sheila.
So you outgrew Sheila.
I'm done with Sheila. I'm tired of this crack smoke around
What
my
made
house.
you outgrow Sheila? What was a moment of clarity for you that said, I had enough with Sheila?
I came home one day, getting ready to play my PlayStation. I hit the button. And I'm like, where my PlayStation at? And then come on. And then Sheila there looking like, don't look at me. I'm like, who the hell? Ain't nobody else here but you.
How you hit the button and it wasn't there?
Because she left the controllers. crackheads always stole the system and then left me one controller there. I came home, hit that button. I said, you know what, Sheila, you're going to have to go. You better go get my damn PlayStation back. She came back with an Xbox One. So, I've been playing Xbox since then.
How about we just stay away from drug addicts?
That's probably wise.
That's
Yeah.
probably wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you keep all of your shit.
I don't think that's a good relationship.
Not at all. But in all fairness, as far as a male's perspective, like how do you all know that you have maybe outgrown the situation?
I think when it becomes a burden, when that person comes home and you like, oh, when that person starts to aggravate your soul, as y'all was talking about, I think that's when you kind of know, like, you know what, this might not be the
That's
best.
deep. Somebody aggravate your soul.
Yeah,
Like
sounds
that's
deep.
that means they can't chew around you. They can't blink around you. Did they use both nostrils to breathe or just
Right.
one? Either way, it pisses you off.
Is you thinking? Oh, I can't stand you when you think.
Who told you to have a thought around me? Who told you to have a thought around me? Don't. So if they aggravate your soul, Listen.
Get on out of there.
You gonna that's when you take inventory.
That's when you take inventory.
With somebody,
They be like, coochie all right.
Mediocre?
Great. You know what I'm saying? Can't cook worth it. Yeah, you gotta get on the body.
if you can't cook in
Is that the crackhead you do inventory on?
No,
Give me the crackhead inventory.
Crackhead be like,
Oh, I gotta hear this. I mean, I'm not looking for no crackhead.
well, no, I gave you the
this.
strengths of the crackhead.
But I want to hear the
Right.
inventory though.
When you say
when
no,
the
we call it the
inventory-
quit.
When I'm about to get ready to quit, I'm like, man, but who gonna fix that flat tire the next time it go down? You know what I'm saying? Like, who else an expert on a carburetor? You know what I'm saying? There's stuff you gotta think about. Anybody else can change no alternator in the blizzard? You know what I'm saying? Only your crackhead girlfriend. You gotta keep her around.
So she's
Keep
still
her
there.
around.
So she's still there.
She's still there.
There you go.
Say no to drugs. Hey everybody, it's Kess, the newest member to Whining About Love. And if you guys are wondering where we are, well, we are in what they call a hyperbolic chamber where some rich white men are preserving themselves for the year 2045. So we got Thomas is in this one right here. We got Andrew in that one right there. I think Greg and Anthony are in the other two.
Where are we?
Okay. We are actually inside of a real-life brewery. We're at the Junk Ditch Brewery Company, and they make their own beers. I think this is actually one of their beers right now, and it's pretty delicious, man. If you want to check this place out, it's located at 1825 West Main Street, Junk Ditch Brewery Company. They got some great food as well.
Yes,
And
awesome.
it's kind of chilly back here, but you know, it's still good
We're in
environment.
the brewery. We're in the brewery. That's it, right? I don't drink beer. I usually drink wine.
Say that one more time.
Brewery.
Brewery. Okay.
Brewery.
I don't know if you got that out.
Is that like jewelry or jury? Because it's jewelry, but people say jewelry all the time.
I'm just going to focus on
Or is it brewery?
brewery.
You don't call it brewery.
It's a brewing company.
And it's pretty
that's
awesome.
a segue.
man.
Segue
There we go.
Right there. That's it. I like that. We got clean again? I ain't got nothing in my glass.
Yeah, you clanked out.
You brewed out. Thank you so much for joining us at Whining About Love. You can follow us everywhere. We want you to. We need
Everywhere.
you to.
Everywhere.
All right, that's Facebook, Instagram,
Wow.
and now on YouTube.
What?
So follow us, follow them too, and thank you.
I'm Jack May, and I'm one of the owners here. This is Junk Ditch Brewing Company on 1825 West Main Street, on the west side of Maine, past O's, on the outside of downtown. We brew our own beer. We make everything by hand. We make everything from seasonal, local ingredients. We're inspired by the seasons and the ingredients that the farmers allow us to use. Our menu's always changing. We do brunch, dinner, lunch, late night, all kinds of stuff. We also have a food truck called a Fine Food Truck that's out mostly in the summertime, but it does go from bar to bar throughout the evenings, on the weekends. We also have the bakery, GK Baked Goods, bake all of our own bread. She does all the desserts. We basically just make everything in-house and get inspired by the seasons and the ingredients that we receive.
What made you get involved into a brewing company? Where did that idea come from?
We always made everything by hand. We always made everything from scratch, from seasonal, local ingredients. So when we opened a restaurant, we were talking about like what beers we're going to carry, what kind of wines we're going to carry, stuff like that. So we ended up just deciding that we wanted to make our own beer because it just kind of made sense to make that from scratch too, instead of buying it in and providing it, having somebody else provide it for us. The wine was a little harder, so we didn't end up doing that ourselves, but the beer, we also were home brewers. We love making beer, we love drinking beer, so it just made sense. We're going to start distributing more, so we'll have a lot of our beer in a lot of different bars around town, try and take over Fort Wayne. We're also going to have a summer concert series out in our yard out there. So every Friday night we're going to be doing food. We're going to have our food truck out there. We're going to be selling beer, having live music from, during the dinner hours, 5 to 9 p.m. Also on Tuesdays we're going to have a food truck festival out there for dinner time with our food truck as well as other food trucks from Fort Wayne. And then the patio also opens up in the springtime out back, so we'll have twice the capacity to have people come in and sit outside and enjoy beers and our food, and also just the ever-changing menu.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem.
For hosting us at Whining About Love.
Perfect.
All right. I am DJ Pup Luv The Artist, and this is the Confessional. Whoops. All right, I'm DJ Pup Luv The Artist, and this is the Confessional. I'm first up, I think, unless he edited different, but I really first one. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go a little deeper on one of the conversations that might be a little personal for me. I really think that we spoke about something earlier about can someone really grow on you. I think that they can, and this is the reason why. I think a lot of times, people make a list off of what they want or what they think they want, but sometimes life can give you what you really do need. So after a while, it's revealed to you that that is the person that you need to be with. Like you may have this, but life is really telling you that you need this, and this. So we so stuck on this that after a while, we'll slowly see that this is what we really need to have a successful relationship, a successful life, so on and so forth, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so on that subject, that's pretty much all I have. Because I think I am that guy sometimes that when they see me, I'm not their list. But I think after time they say, he's all right. He's all right with me. So yeah, I'm actually looking at the fries that Toya T just got. Can I get a fry? It can be on camera. It's cool. These are some good fries. So yeah, I think somebody can grow on you and it could be a real thing. So that's all I gotta say. I just want to drink now. So take this microphone off me so I can drink.
It's really good. It's a little fruity.
Like seriously, take the microphone off me so I can drink.
What's up, it's Big Kess, whining about love, and this is the Confessional. This is a time where we kind of, without the other two's opinion mattering, this is kind of where you can just kind of focus in on my opinion and how I feel about the whole growing on you subject. I don't believe in that whole let a person grow on you. Now, it's different if you work with somebody, y'all been working with each other for about 5 years, and then y'all kind of grow into something special kind of that way. But when you're trying to meet somebody or be with somebody, I ain't really trying to meet you, don't like you, stick at you for another 3 or 4 years, then finally you grew on me on year 4. No, I ain't got time for that. And fellas, if a woman ever says that you grew on her, that means that you were persistent, somewhat of a stalker, and you got lucky that her ex-boyfriend did her wrong and you was right there to console her when she needed you. That's pretty much what that means. So don't get it twisted. I mean, I'm sure that people can grow on each other. I definitely believe that you can grow out of someone as well. That's one thing. Seriously, like when you with someone and you kind of know when you done grew out of them too. You feel it. You may not want to admit it, but you feel it in your heart. And I believe that when you feel it in your heart, you know that you've grown out of them. It's almost like some pair of pants. If you got a pair of pants, you put them on and your ankles, get the breeze on your ankles, it's time to get you some new pants. You don't keep wearing them pants with your ankles showing. You flood like Michael Jackson. Your moonwalk is smooth. If your moonwalk is smooth, you need to get you some new pants. And that's just like a relationship. When you've grown out of it, it's just time to get you a new pair of pants that fit. So, let me sip my little sip. We're over here at the Junk Ditch, man, getting it in, baby. My bad. See, I had a gallon. You feel me? I had a gallon. Guilty. Confessional.
Hey, it's your girl Toya T. It's my turn in the confessional. We've been talking about growing on and, growing out of. And I think it's a couple of things that are important to remember. First off, time is of the essence. It's 2017 and we don't have any time to waste. So having someone grow on you and then start a relationship, if it's your thing, I understand it, to each his own. But at this point, I'm not interested. I need to know off top if we got it or if we don't. Now, as far as growing out of a situation, I think one thing that we don't do is recognize how we feel even when we're with someone. So if you aren't growing together, just always remember that, again, it's a choice every day. You are not obligated at all. So if your choice is to move on or be by yourself, then fine. But if it's to be together, continue to grow with each other. That's it. Whining About Love would love to thank Junk Ditch Brewing Company for all of their hospitality. And look at this spread.
I know, man.
Wine, brew, you can't beat it. Main Street. Come on down and get your fill. Who gonna drink all of this?
I don't really drink wine, but
that look
I
like motor
guess
oil
I don't want to taste it. You know what I mean? I don't even know what this is.
Y'all left me out.
That's pretty happy.
I got to say something here.
This has blueberry in it. Thank you. We need to jump this Uber.